Good morning. My name is Elizabeth. I'm one of the worship pastors at Twin Lakes Church, and I'm really excited and grateful for this time with you this morning. This past weekend, we looked at John 11 and the story of Lazarus. This is one of my favorite stories in the gospel, so let's jump in today. The story begins with us finding out that Lazarus is sick. His sisters, Mary and Martha, send a message to Jesus letting him know Lazarus is sick, and in this implying, hey, we want you to come and heal our brother. But it's really interesting because Jesus doesn't hurry. He actually waits 2 days to go see Lazarus, and in this time, Lazarus dies. By the time he gets there, it's been 4 days, and Mary and Martha are in a state of grieving. They're upset. They say to Jesus, where were you? If you had been here, our brother wouldn't have died. They're confused. They're really mourning. And Jesus tells them, hey, Lazarus is going to be raised to life. But they don't understand what he means. They are so stricken with their grief. And that's where we get to verse 35, which says, Jesus wept. This is my favorite moment in this story. Spoiler alert, Jesus does go on to raise Lazarus from the dead, and it's incredible and miraculous. It's amazing. But this verse, this part of the story where it says Jesus wept, this is what always gets me. And so this is where I want us to sit today. A couple years ago, we had a loss in our family. We had a deeply painful death. We had cried out to God. We'd asked for healing, but the healing didn't come. We asked for a miracle. The miracle didn't come. And in the midst of our grief, we had a lot of different friends who reached out to us, who came to be with us. But the people and the moments that meant the most to us weren't the moments where someone came with a really great scripture verse or like a mini sermon. While those things are great and have their place, the moments that meant the most to us were where somebody came and sat with us and just cried. In this story, we see Jesus sitting with Mary and Martha and weeping. What a beautiful picture where we get to see the humanity and the emotion of Jesus. We see his presence, his compassion. And you might be walking through loss right now. Or maybe you're just feeling the heaviness of the world right now, the profound loss that's happening. And I want you to know that Jesus recognizes your pain and your grief, and he sits with you in it. One of the amazing things about the story to me is that Jesus knows how it ends, and yet he still weeps. He knows that Lazarus is going to be raised to life, and yet he takes the time to sit with Mary and Martha. Today, Jesus sees the whole picture of your life. He knows how the story is going to end. He knows how he's going to bring redemption and beauty from ashes, from whatever this loss was in your life. And yet he's present with you, even when you don't see the whole story. Jesus weeps, but this isn't the end. And that's not the end for you either. I believe that God has more on the other side for you. There's a story of redemption that's waiting to be played out. It might not look like a miraculous healing or Jesus raising someone from the dead, but there is a story of redemption. I'm still waiting to see what God is going to do with my story. Maybe you're waiting too. But Jesus is there with you in the waiting. So go with that encouragement today. Jesus sees you, he is with you, and this isn't the end of the story. God bless you.